Okay, so last time we played, the sea ghost had just escaped from the Emperor of the Waves and entered into a storm. And after kind of handling the storm not perfectly, the sea ghost suffered some minor damage and had to go a bit slower for the next day. And throughout the day, you noticed a small raft on the horizon that was imminently entering towards a whirlpool. Going closer to investigate, you realize that this whirlpool was more than it initially appeared, as it grew and grew and grew, and eventually, standing out of it, a giant water elemental began to assault your ship and gave you a pretty hectic fight before you guys were able to finally defeat it. And you met a new companion, a new friend in Brightwing, the human druid who was captain of the small raft. And we ended the game.
Not terribly impressed with Brightwing's strength at this point.
And that's basically where we left off, with the sea ghost. A little bit more damage from the water elemental, but you guys have recently defeated the water elemental, and from here on, you can choose what you want to do.
All right. Well, now that we've repaired our ship or started to get ourselves back underway, I guess we should head towards the island of the undead. Clear out some undead for the people of this Elven city that we are trying to help. I'm gonna open my notebook so I remember names of things. So there, new friend. Are you up for joining us? Oh, good.
Oh, I'm dead. That sounds scary.
Oh, good. Just what I thought. You're living up to your reputation already established, Brightwing.
Oh, it's okay. I can take care of the ship while you're gone.
Yeah, you'll stay here with the corpse of Theron.
Who's Theron?
His corpse seems more useful than you are so far. All right. Well, we're gonna make for this undead island where there's a what was it called? Some sort of, oh goodness. Abbey that was on the island. For the people of, well, I can't tell you, Brightwing.
Oh, I love secrets.
I'm sure you do. You'd love to be a part of one sometime. Alright, I guess I instruct Half to make for the Abbey Island, Carmeli Abbey.
Captain,
Carmel.
is there anything we're going to do about our fallen brother?
He seems comfortable where he is. I wasn't planning on giving him a burial at sea. What would you have me do with him?
I suppose you're correct, and we must help the elves at all costs.
If we can, this quest, we will clear the Abbey, and he will rest with the elves on Carmel Island, or in Carmel Abbey.
Very good. In Theron's name, let's move.
Okay, so the ship is still moving at half speed while Salty Eye Jackwater completes some of the repairs on the ship. So you sail on into the night. So at this kind, you guys can have an opportunity to do a long rest if you want.
Absolutely.
There was some treasure you guys got from the Emperor of the Waves. I'm not sure who has what.
I've got a fancy cloak.
A fancy cloak. That's.
I would like to. What do I got here? Yeah, I got some potions, but I got a fancy cloak. Is it? Can I study it and attune to it or whatever?
You can attune to it during your long rest. Does anyone else want to do anything before their long rest?
I sob bitterly.
I guess, sorry, before I attune to it, I should probably identify it before I get cursed.
Too late. Perhaps we can get to know this Brightwing character. What were you doing on the Emperor of the Waves?
What? I wasn't there. I was sailing on my raft.
I have no recollection of how we took you aboard. Well, what were you doing on your raft? Way out at sea.
I was fishing.
Oh, I noticed you don't have a fishing pole or any fish.
Well, I got caught up in a storm and I lost everything, including my way. It's a good thing you came along.
I suppose. And I whisper to Eikooc, I don't know if I trust this Brightwing yet.
Way ahead of you, buddy.
Be careful.
So Eikooc, you identify this cloak and you realize it is a cloak of protection, which bolsters your defenses.
I will don such a cloak and attune to it.
Nice.
Over my long rest.
Okay, you guys gonna let the crew keep watch, or what?
I'll do the normal elf thing and just do like, I guess, what is it, 4 hours to do my trance or whatever.
Okay. All right. In that case, everyone can do their long rest. And Brynn, give me a perception check, please.
Perception. 4 here. Oh, I didn't hear. Oop. Oh, there it went. That was super late. Not very perceptive.
The night passes without any eventful circumstances.
Oh god. It's always a bad sign.
Any parent?
The next day, the sky is cleared, and the storm has passed, and Salty Eye Jockwaters reports that that most of the damage to the sails have been repaired, so you can go a bit faster now. He's still working on some of the repairs to the hull.
Very good. Continue. Use as many men as you need.
That doesn't seem like a very good roll.
After a few hours of sailing towards the island where you're to meet the Elven Ranger contact, Major Ursa, you notice just maybe 50 or 60 feet off of the starboard side of the boat, you see a small cluster of killer whales that are cresting out of the water, jumping out of the water, and swimming parallel to you for a while. They don't really seem interested in you, though.
How majestic.
You guys want to just continue on?
Well, I can't converse with nature or anything of that sort, so...
Oh, well, I can.
Oh.
Would you like me to talk to the animals? I love animals.
Alright, Brightwing, you do you.
You I conjure a magical ability to speak with animals.
Alright. Brightwing.
I'm just picturing all of a sudden she starts going...
Brightwing casts his magic with glowing gold light, and you're imbued with this power to understand beasts. These creatures are still swimming about 50 to 60 feet away. And if make a perception check, please.
Okay.
You see that there's 9 of them.
Uh-oh.
And some of them are smaller than others, some of them are larger.
I'm sure they'll tell us something about where the island is if we ask them. You should go closer and I can speak to them. And nothing bad could possibly happen. What do you say, Captain?
Alright, you seem... Sure. Why not?
Oh, Captain Yuck.
I've done crazier.
It's that kind of decisive decision making that makes a true captain.
Alright. You issuing an order, Captain?
Yes. Let's get closer to those whales. We have a Looney Tune here who thinks she could talk to them.
Scott, is your character a man or a woman?
He's a guy, just a very wimpy one.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
The voice. I thought it was a girl. I'm going to continue to think you're a girl. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's in character now. Until you correct me. You got long hair.
Okay, so Hafta turns the wheel and the ship starts gliding a little bit closer to the orcas. They're probably about 20, half the distance, so 20, 30 feet away now.
Alright, well, I attempt to call out to them in whale speak and ask if
Let's
they
hear it.
know. Oh, God. Let's see. What sound does a orca make? We have to look this up
Let's
first.
hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I need reference material.
No, you gotta go straight from the gut. And
Straight from the gut?
afterwards. Straight from the gut. What do you think an orca sounds like?
I mean, it's gonna sound like nothing. It's gonna sound like, I don't know, like or something like that.
Sounds like it has
See.
a dolphin accent to me.
Yeah, actually, that did sound kind of like a dolphin. Let's see. I wasn't far off. Yeah.
So what do you communicate to these?
I asked them if they know the way to any large islands
Demon with undead.
teeming with undead. Yeah, if they comprehend such things.
Let's hear it though. You gotta say it in orca.
Well,
No?
well, I mean, I made my best stab at it. I wasn't too far off in my defense.
The
I mean, go ahead.
the beasts, the orcas, turn to you, and stop swimming and kind of start casually swimming around the boat. And one of the orcas, which is the biggest one, lifts itself out of the water, its snout out of the water, and goes. It says, "Dead Island. We know. We are hungry, though."
I turn to the captain. I say, "Oh, I think they want some food. If we have any fish that we could throw them, they could lead us to the island."
What about all the fish you caught on your raft?
All lost to the storm. Unfortunately.
I don't know how much fish. How much fish do we have aboard? Salty Eye? Kelnozz is still asleep in his quarters, so I don't have anybody, my first mate, to ask.
How first mately of him. Asleep on the job.
Been sleeping for
Snuggling
days.
with Theron's corpse.
Yeah, what's he doing with that corpse in there?
Yeah, it's going to go to question for eons.
For eons. Salty Eye Dockwaters tells you that you have probably enough salt fish to feed the crew for another. You guys originally started with 14 days, and it's been like maybe 3 days, so for another 10 days or so.
Mm. We need to keep the salted fish for ourselves. I'm sure it wouldn't appetize them. They eat fresh fish, I'm sure.
Freshest of the fish. Still swimming, in fact.
Well, hold on a sec here.
I doubt they can fry them, though. You know, not having thumbs and having flippers instead. And of course, the fact that they're living underwater.
That would
They
be
do.
Operation.
Well, they also feed on seabirds, squid, octopuses, sea turtles, shark, rays, and fish. They eat most marine mammals such as seals and dugongs. What the hell is a dugong?
Scott here
It's a
is
Pokemon.
Scott here is skipping his nature rolls and just googling. Apparently,
That's true. Oh my god, it's that thing. Oh, that thing is a dugong.
all right.
Now I have to
You
look
guys
up
know
what
what this
dugong
is. Hold on, I'll copy it. This is totally a dugong. It's I kind of wanted the picture, but
This orca is waiting your decision, Brightwing.
Oh, it looks like a manatee.
but what about one of those things? We could give them some small animals, or they seem to enjoy meat.
One with the animals, you sure are easy to sacrifice them.
Ask them why they're so hungry. Why aren't they able to find their own?
Okay. I asked them. I asked them, how come they're so hungry? Are they not able to find food or find fish in these waters?
The killer whale says that they are able to find fish, but that they're out to find fish today. They're hungry.
I see. I mean, I don't understand.
Okay, well, I asked them which way the dead island is.
The killer whale is confused at the idea of a direction. It can take you there, but it uses different senses than you do, so it's not exactly.
Oh,
It doesn't know what north and south and east and west are, for example, right? So
it follows its nose, I suppose.
Just like
the
toucans.
killer whale says, "Do you have food?"
Um,
He seems to be gathering up the other killer whales.
well, what if we do some fishing and help them find food? That would be nice.
I'm open to ideas if you think it will help. Sure.
Actually, wait a second. I might have another idea. Don't I have something for this situation? Create or destroy water.
Back in 1 second, dudes.
Purify food and drink. I don't know if I can create food. That seems to be a bit too advanced. Oh, I can conjure animals. What does this do?
Conjure fish to be eaten.
Yeah. Welcome, fish. Welcome to life. Go down there. Face spirits to take the form of beasts. 4 beasts of challenge rating half or lower. 8 beasts of challenge rating 4 or lower. Oh, no, it doesn't work. They're kind of like illusions. They disappear when they die. Alright, I tell the orca that we probably don't have anything they would like to eat, like fish or any sort, on the ship.
The orca shakes its fin at you, and the killer whales depart, diving deeper into the water. You guys swim or sail for the better part of the rest of the day, and as you reach the midpoint of the afternoon, you start to get, or Haft yells down that you're getting close to the area that you were told you would find Major Ursa's island. And about an hour later, a crew member from the Crow's Nest calls out that he sees the lighthouse that Major Ursa was told to be inhabiting.
Very good. Let's get close enough, and then we'll take the paddle boat in.
Longship.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, the boat
It's,
that you paddle.
It's a jolly boat or a rowboat.
Yeah, paddle boat. Rowing the paddle boat.
Something the first mate might get ready. In his absence, perhaps I can help the sailors ready the boat,
As you wish.
like a first mate might.
All right, so Brynn and some of the crew get the rowboat ready. Are you guys gonna have some crew members come with you, or are you guys just gonna go on your own?
We'll have 2 crew paddle for us, as is normal.
All right.
A standard paddling crew, as it were.
Side our ineptitude.
All right. As you guys get ready to board the jolly boat or the rowboat, Haft comes to you, Eikooc, and says, "Any orders, Captain?"
Well, just make ready the ship for our return. We shan't be long. We'll be coming back with another, hopefully, and then we'll be making for the island of the undead.
Aye. All right. As you guys row towards this small island, you see that it's really not too much more than a slate of rock with a very rough kind of coarse beach on one end, and on the rock is built a somewhat modest lighthouse that's meant to serve as one of the first signs of the coast for ships that are traveling along the Isosceles Sea and into the Taden Bay. And you're able to land on that beach without any problems, and the crew members push the seaboat up onto the land so that it won't float away. The lighthouse is probably about 50 feet away, and you don't see any other sign of any inhabitants on the island.
All right, Brynn, this is your show. Lead the way.
All right. Come quietly. We're not sure what we might find here. Certainly nothing living. So be on your best guard.
Aren't we on we're on a safe island right now. We're meeting the ranger.
Yeah.
Well, this way, to the ranger. It's easy for your ranger to find another ranger.
Whatever you say.
And I begin looking.
As you guys approach the lighthouse, you see standing up at the top a barrel-chested man. From here, all you can see is he has red hair and a red mustache. And he calls out and says, "Who goes there?"
Man, you guys fall apart without Theron here.
Well,
It is us. We were sent to help you, or to gain your help. One or the other.
Who is us?
Why, the great Captain Eikooc. We were told you would know we were coming.
Go no further. He enters into his lighthouse.
And I stand where we are, waiting for him to come down, hopefully.
After a few moments, you see the door to the lighthouse open, and this very large-looking man walks towards you. As you get closer, you see that he is, or appears to be, half elven. He takes a closer look at you and says, "Aha! A ranger of the Forest Watch! Why didn't you just say so?"
Well, I like
Come
to
in.
stay aloof, follow the chain of command. It is I, Brynn.
Well met, Brynn. I did receive word that a party would be coming to speak with me. Come in.
And I follow him in.
I follow Brynn.
Majors offers you tea and the places to sit in his lighthouse, which is pretty barely furnished, but there's enough chairs and benches for you all to find seats on.
Why, thank you for having us in your home.
My home is in Silverstand, but
Of course.
This has been where I've dwelled for many weeks now. I'm glad that you're here. Perhaps after you've investigated the Abbey, I'll finally be able to move on to a new assignment.
So, what do you
Indeed,
know
there
of
are
this
many
abbey?
tasks that await good elves such as yourself. Lots going on, you know.
That's right. What do I know of this Abbey? Well, I know that up until a few weeks ago, it was the home of followers of Carmyle, who the humans worship when they're prey to the storms. But a few weeks ago, it was attacked by pirates. The pirates landed on the only safe place to get ashore on that island. See, it's surrounded by reefs. That's where the horde of undead are, created by the clerics there to guard the safe entryway. Those pirates, we think that they found a path through the undead. I'm not sure where that path is, but they were able to make it through the Skull Dunes, laid waste to the Abbey, took everything they needed, and then left. They haven't been back for weeks. I did see smoke rising from the Abbey a few days after the pirates left. But as far as I can tell, the place is deserted, except for the skeletons that dwell on the Skull Dunes.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Grave news indeed.
Sorry, I don't know everything, but that's why you were sent here too.
Indeed. We were sent to investigate.
So, you say there is a way through the... oh my goodness, my brain's not working. A way through the reefs to approach the island safely.
That's right. See, this island, most of it is just granite cliffs that raise out of the water, surrounded by shoals and reefs. It's very dangerous to maneuver your boat anywhere near them. Down at the southern tip where the skull dunes are, that's the only opening in the reef. That's why the clerics of Carmyle raised the undead horde there as guards. The pirates must have made their way through them in order to get to the Abbey. But the skeletons remain.
And you say you believe the pirates found a way through the undead. They did not have to eliminate them. They snuck their way through or found some other method.
It seems that way.
I guess if we could locate these pirates, they could give us all that information. I would think.
You could, but you'd be hard pressed to find him now. That was about 4 weeks ago. They could be anywhere on this side of Albarog by now.
Then we must search the entire sea. I mean, we must continue on without them. Without the aid of their information.
Well, we'll have to come up with some ideas on how we can navigate those skull dunes, and then the undead themselves. If there's information that could make this easier, then I think maybe we should look for it. I'm a big fan of research and information, as you might imagine. Do you know anyone that might have this information?
What information do you mean?
The safe passage through the skull dunes, for one.
I haven't set foot on the island myself, to be quite honest. I've sailed by, but I'm not prepared to deal with a horde of undead on my own.
No, I wouldn't expect so.
Perhaps you will find this path when you get there.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to hope.
We've never been great at planning.
That's true, I suppose. Let's go in without any planning whatsoever. Okay. Forward. Will you come with us? Oh God, what's his name? Major Ursa?
Well, I'd be happy to accompany to your boat, but I don't plan on journeying to the island with you. I'm not cut out for this kind of mission.
All right.
I'm good at reconnaissance.
We all have our place. Someday we'll find out what Brightwings is.
My place is in nature.
Sure it is, darling.
Major Ursa takes a few minutes to gather some of his most precious belongings, and after a few minutes, seems ready to go with a bag full of some things. You guys head back to the Sea Ghost?
Any more business here, Brynn?
No, I believe we've got what we came for. However, I would love our friend to accompany us on the boat.
It didn't
If
seem
you
like
did.
that was in the cards. You,
Major Urza is coming with you guys back onto the Seacoast.
oh, he's just not. I see.
Yeah, you're just not coming on the island, right?
That's right. I'm not
Okay.
cut out for that kind of work.
Not cut out for that work.
You need something in reconnaissance, to be scouted. I'm your man, but skeletons. You guys seem much better equipped.
We'll prove you wrong.
Okay. So when you guys are back on the boat, the afternoon is basically passing into evening, and Major Ursa tells you that it'll take maybe 2 hours to get to the Abbey Island, and he suggests he basically asks you whether or not you guys are going to be going during the night or at daybreak.
Certainly, we should try and land at daybreak so as to make best use of the daylight.
That seems very reasonable to me. I don't have a lot of experience with undead. If only Theron were here.
Okay. So we can do you guys can do a long rest now if you want, and prepare yourself and your spells for the task ahead here. If you have the luxury of preparing your spells.
I think I'm good to go.
Yep.
All right. So I am going to bring Kelnozz along with you guys here on this. And I'm going to make him playable by Nelson. Since you're familiar with bards. That morning, Kelnozz leaves his room and says, I can't believe you guys put Theron in my bed. Woke up on the ground. It's really not cool. I thought we were closer than that.
Oh, Kelnozz. We know what you were doing in there. While we don't agree with it, sometimes we all need to sob with Theron's body.
So as you guys prepare for the in the morning, Haft comes down and says that the Crow's Nest is reported seeing an island about 2 miles wide, as far as his eye can tell. Not too far ahead, and you can see that it is a small island that is being lifted out of the ocean by jagged cliffs.
Looks like the place. We should approach from the south, as that's where the skull dunes are.
Alright, Haft turns the wheel, and I think you guys should be able to see everything here, so if you go down to the bottom, you guys approach from the south, you can see that the island declines down into a sandy beach filled with sand dunes, and sand dunes that are spotted with scraggly grass here and there, but otherwise completely bereft of any vegetation. Half brings the ship about 150 feet away from the island, and the crew members start readying the rowboat. So each square here is 150 feet. And we're going to have you guys be one token here. And when and if we go into a fight, we'll just use this square here as if they were 5 feet squares. And at that point, we can use these tokens that are down here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so how do you guys want to do this? You guys are preparing the rowboat.
Can we? I'm gonna take a minute to see if I can detect any humanoids within a 5-kilometer radius.
A 5-mile radius.
5-mile radius.
You focus and attune your senses and determine that there are indeed 11 humanoids
11
on this island.
How far away are they? And how are they feeling?
They are roughly like 1.5, 1.75 miles away. The general intent is a mixture. There's strong feelings of resentment and resolve, and they seem like they are not hostile at this moment to anything. They're surviving on this island, and kind of the mixture of the emotions that would usually entail. Some people feel trapped, and that's about all you get.
I'm detecting some captain.
Thank you,
and I
Counselor.
relay the same information to him about the 11. There's 11 souls nearby. They could be in danger. They could be trapped or need our help.
They could be hostile.
They could be hostile and just don't know it yet, but we'll have to investigate. That is why we were sent here.
Sounds like a plan to me. Now, supposedly there's a safe way through these dunes. Any idea of what that might be?
Can we see if there's any, like, are there any apparent tracks or markings? Because
You
the
guys
pirates that preceded us, pirates usually go in smashing things down, like cutting tree limbs and stuff.
But you guys are still on the boat, right?
Hmm.
You can't see much. You definitely can't see any tracks from where you are. The southern part of this island, the Skull Dunes, it's completely barren of any vegetation. There are no trees. It's sand, and with maybe like very small pockets of scraggly grass popping out here and there. So,
All right. Well, I think we should make for land. Make sure our crew knows the signal
The
that
signal?
we need airlifting out of here.
That was a different campaign where we had an airship. All right, let's make landfall and see if we can detect any presence from the any hints of where the pirates made their way through. Maybe they left some sort of trace.
Okay. You guys have the crew members row you ashore. And again, they push the boat up onto the sandy beach and stand guard. So from here, when you guys would like to try and look for the path, you'll need to choose one person to make a perception roll.
I got mad perception. You don't even know.
Perception.
Oof. All right. Well, I'm calling foul on that since no one declared who was going to go first, and now you're just going to say Ryan goes.
Yeah, I usually go first.
So now Ryan can use listening skills, and you guys have to choose one person to roll perception.
All right, Ryan, you can roll perception.
Can I take my 22 or?
You definitely cannot.
Oh. 20.
There you go.
It fails.
Oh gosh. I can't see anything.
That's such a silly roll that you rolled so good.
It's +5. It's pretty good.
What do I perceive?
So you guys, you perceive a very faint trail where there seems to have been. You're really following more like clues rather than signs in the earth. Occasionally, you see signs of a cutlass here and there, or salty stain floating, and other signs of dead pirates. And you manage to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and then I have to roll the dice. All right. Okay, and as you are following this path, you trudge through the sandy dunes, and just as you feel like you've got a good sign of this track, suddenly you start seeing skeletal hands shoot up out of the ground. And you're suddenly surrounded by 7 skeletons.
Ruh-roh.
Be careful, my friends. The hills are alive with rising skeletons. Also make a good bard.
Just trying to completely replace Kelnozz.
Alright. So let's put you guys on here into a rough formation.
Well, Brightwing will go first.
Ah, no.
This isn't a marching order; it's a formation. So you guys are like, we're gonna have a battle now. So, you're just saying, essentially picking up your starting positions for the battle.
I'm trying to go in the middle. So I'm protected. I'm still a squishy mage.
Oh, surrounded by skeletons.
All right, let's roll initiative.
Ooh.
18.16. An interesting roll.
There must be some kind of option that I can remove.
Yeah, it's in the options. It's tie breaking or initiative tie breaking.
These skeletons raise up out of the ground. Many of them look like they've been dead for decades, and others have sea salt stained clothes on them, and they appear to you like they might have been pirates only a few weeks ago. And apparently Brynn gets to go first. Alright, Brynn, you're surrounded by these skeletons as they raise out of the dunes. You manage to move freely on this sand. Everyone else has to treat the sand like the difficult terrain.
Oh,
So go ahead with your turn.
okay. I'm gonna fire my bow at the closest one as it emerges.
You are in melee range with the closest one.
Ah,
We're treating this while we're in combat mode like this. These squares are back to 5 feet squares.
boo! Why'd you spawn them right there then?
Just to dick you over, Ryan.
Because they're in the
to
circle.
dick me over. What are you good at shooting? No shooting. Melee only.
Just back away from it. You can dodge one attack.
But I get great advantages when I attack before people instead of wasting my first go backing away.
No, don't waste your turn, Ryan. Just like move back, maybe get attacked, and then unleash hell with your actions.
I don't lose my action if I get attacked when I move back.
Nope, you just get damaged if they hit you.
Alright, I'm gonna step back one square and invoke an attack of opportunity. Shouldn't have broke formation.
Alright, so skeleton swings out with its short sword at you. What's your AC?
16.
Ooh, take 5 piercing damage.
Ah!
Ooh.
'Tis but a scratch! And I will fire at... I'm gonna fire at this one up here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna locate it on my character sheet here. And do it.
9.
27.
Why 27?
I'm pretty sure when I'm attacking before they go, I get advantage on my attacks.
Alright,
The first.
27 then is a hit.
And it does 7 piercing damage.
Alright. Skeleton staggers as your arrow lodges in between its rib cage, breaking off a piece.
And I'll use my Hunter Conclave ability, Horde Breaker, to fire at this other one. Dun, 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 dun. 22.
22's a hit.
And I do 8 piercing damage to that one.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Which one was it again?
This top middle one.
Alright. That skeleton also staggers as your arrow catches it.
Then, holy shit, extra attack at the first one again. With a 24. With 10 piercing damage this time.
I'm sorry to keep checking you, but your ability lets you attack things that are 10 feet away for this one?
5 feet. The space here is 5 feet, no?
Yeah. Let me read this thing. Yeah, within 5 feet of the original target. So that creature is not within 5 feet of this creature.
But is this space not 5 feet?
Yeah, and this would be within that 5 feet.
Seems like a technicality. Okay, then this attack happened.
Alright, so you did severe damage to skeletons.
No, so I did the original 7 and then another 10 to this one.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the attack on this one that's disallowed on technical grounds.
Okay, so that one essentially didn't get hit, and this one, if you did another 7 or 8 damage,
so 17.
That skeleton crumbles to the ground in pieces after your second arrow takes it.
Okay, and I'm going to use my bonus action to convert my bow into a quarterstaff.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for the incoming skeleton.
Alright, so the skeleton's turn is up. These skeletons seem to move through the sand as if they're uninhibited by the sand. And they're gonna close ranks. Alright. So you're each gonna have 2 attacks on you. We'll start with Brightwing. What's your AC, Brightwing?
Let me see. Oh, wait a sec. I have to figure this out, don't I?
You take 10 piercing damage from the first attack.
Ooh, shit.
And the second one misses you. Oh, there is Kelnozz. Alright, one of these is going to attack Kelnozz. It's a miss. Second one here is going to attack Eikooc. Ah, terrible rolls. And these 2 are going to try and attack Brynn. 16 is a hit, so you take 5 piercing damage. and another 5 piercing damage as these skeletons slash at you with their short swords. Alright, and that is it for the skeletons, so Brightwing, you're up.
Alright, actually, let me just check one. Okay. I desperately lash out at the skeleton to my left. And I lash out at him with my quarterstaff in desperation.
A 9. Your quarterstaff feebly hits one of the scraps of armor that it's still wearing.
Okay, and then when I use an attack action with that, I can do a bonus action unarmed strike at 1d4.
Punch.
Oh.
Alright,
It's
well,
much
that's
more
a hit.
effective.
Yep.
5 smacking damage.
I assume it's bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's the word I can't spell.
Your fist crack through the bone and cause it to stumble for a second. It looks like you caused it significant damage.
Nice. Okay, that's it for me.
Alright. Eikooc, you're up.
Alright. I look at all these undead, and I remember how much I wish Theron was here. And my eyes turn to flames, and I punch the ground and cast a fireball centered on myself.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
What?
And I use my spell shaping to make it not hit any of us.
Spell shaping.
Ooh.
This is a next level fireball
Because I am
mastery.
School of Evocation, so I shape the fireball to not actually impact us, but it affects everyone around us in a 30-foot radius.
What are these hack rules you've found? You found the only weakness to fireball and circumvented it.
Evocation mastery.
My god.
He's no longer the Slumbermancer. He's the Burninator now.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll your damage, Eikooc.
32 damage.
Alright. All of the...
What's
all-
up? 14. They have a deck save, but
Yeah, but half of 32 is, what, 16? Yep, they all die. Just bones scatter everywhere, scorched black bones.
Ah!
I don't know.
Whoa, what just happened? I felt like we erupted in a fireball.
Theron's memory drove me to that.
Ah.
I don't have too many of those in me.
Phenomenal power, yuck.
You're so strong, Yorick.
Thanks, darling.
Alright, when you guys
No problem.
Putting on you, yuck.
When you guys are ready to continue, you can choose a person to make a perception roll.
Brynn, can you continue leading us through here?
Yes, we must be careful. I seem to be the only one taking any damage here, but...
Try not to lead us into another trap.
Oh, there's no traps here.
Ryan, you're just smoking these.
These perception rolls.
Alright. Okay, so you are able to pick up your trail again, and you manage to track almost all the way through the Skull Dunes. When again, you enter into an area that seems to have more of these cutlasses and broken shields and scraps of armor on the ground. And you approach this area thinking it's just part of the trail when all of a sudden more skeletons raise up from the ground and start to shamble towards you. So, let's get you guys back into another formation.
Okay. Safely hidden in the middle as much as humanly possible.
Stay close to Charmander in the middle here.
Little hint of fire in the back of my eye.
Is that
Close.
sleep I'm seeing in your eyes, Yuck?
I'll be sure not to spare you in my next shaping. $32 damage on Brynn.
Alright, so you find yourself surrounded by 8 skeletons this time. So, let's reroll initiative.
Come on, first place.
Come on, Yuck, first place.
Oh, you guys destroyed it.
Oh, you're still high enough, Yuck. Just by 1.
Okay, Brynn, you're up.
Alright. I will fire my bow at this one.
Okay, go ahead. 18 hits.
Just 12 piercing damage.
Ooh. Your arrow takes it in the skull, and a large chunk of the skull flies away. But the creature, after stumbling for a moment, continues to shamble towards you.
Ooh, shambling corpse. I'll use my Horde Breaker to get this other one that you so kindly placed next to the first one. With a 26. And 8 damage to that one.
That one manages to catch it in the arm, damaging it. Not quite as much, but still causing it to stagger.
And then I will use my extra attack to blast the first one again with the next bow attack. 25,
Alright. That you kill that one.
12 damage.
You absolutely obliterate it.
Vaporize.
You shoot it in twine.
Why? In Theron's name.
Alright. Unless you'd like to move, I think it might be Brightwing's turn.
Okay. I will. Which way? Which one? Well, I guess I'll go and try and soften this one up. So I move 5, 10 towards this thing. And I flail at it with my quarterstaff. Assume that's a hit.
19's definitely a hit.
6 damage. I follow up with an unarmed strike. Ooh.
You cause serious damage to this skeleton with your quarterstaff, and it seems you take a large chunk of its body away, but it still swings kind of wildly at you, throwing you off, and you're forced to duck out of your fist attack before you're able to connect.
Okay, and then because I attacked it, I have the mobile trait, which means it can't provoke opportunity attacks. Oh wait, I'm standing next to another one. Crap. Okay, never mind. I stay right here and pass the turn to Eikooc. Or to Kelnozz. I don't know if he's included in this.
Kelnozz hasn't rolling initiative, so we'll just keep him alive for now.
Oh, Kelnozz.
Pretty useful. All the time.
All right, so it's me.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to cast Fireball, centered on myself once again.
Ooh, yeah. Alright, go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh,
Alright.
I've got good rolls. That's a lot of good rolls. Both those above average.
Nice.
Very nice indeed.
I'm so sorry, Bob.
Oh, you will be. When you
Yeah, because we're using all this on the chaff.
Yeah,
I know.
You're definitely using all your good spells on the chaff right now.
I know. I'm using all my fireballs up.
It is
It's pretty
epic.
effective, but it's the chaff.
All right. Before we continue on, I'm going to use Arcane Recovery. Can we do a short rest? No.
No. It doesn't occur to you to be a safe place to do so.
Okay.
So you can do it, but it will almost definitely be interrupted.
Never mind. Brynn, continue leading us, please.
I continue leading the way.
Another critical win, please.
Good old perception check.
Oh, man.
Crushing these perceptions. You wait, though. I'm going to roll like a 1 on like the final boss, and we're just going to fall into a pit.
Double critical fail death save. Brynn's dead.
Okay, you guys,
just abandon the elves completely and move on with your lives.
Exactly. We have no reason to continue on this quest.
Okay, Brynn leads you through the Skull Dunes, and after just another hour or so of travel, you manage to get onto the rockier ground of the rest of the map. You're out of the Skull Dunes.
Brynn, I believe that was some of your finest leading ever. Really shaping up to be
very helpful with your explosions to take care of all those skeletons.
Really shaping up to be the best first mate ever.
One day maybe I'll make it to that first mate position. Not very first mately to be having dinner.
So now that you're out of the Skull Dunes, Brynn, as part of your very good perception roll there, you can see that the rest of the island is fairly barren. There's not much in terms of vegetation. And about a mile away, you can see what you presume to be some of the ruins of the Abbey.
Mm. There in the distance, the Abbey.
Hmm.
Sally forth?
Well, uh, should we prepare anything before we just sally forth right in?
You are the captain, my captain.
Um,
Is
if we can
the
take,
direction like in the how far away from the Abbey would you say we are?
You guys are roughly a mile.
If I do my detect thing, can I figure out whether these 11 souls are located in the Abbey?
They are all in the direction of the Abbey, yes.
And they're all still feeling just a mix of emotions?
That is the case.
The
if
same mix
possible,
of emotions?
I'd like to take a few minutes for a very short rest.
Okay, you guys want to do a short rest?
I would very
I'll
much
keep watch.
do a short rest.
I will use a hit die. Yeah. Cover 6.
Cover 1 spell slot.
All right, Brynn, if you're going to keep watch, can you please give me a perception check, please?
Yeah. While I'm doing that, can I take a hit die, or
Yep.
is keeping
Yep.
watch okay? I might take 2. We'll see how this. 6. Yeah, I'll do 2. And 8. Minus 2 hit dice. Plus 14. There we go. And I will perceive. Ooh. I don't think it's advantage, so that's a 9 on that one.
So while you are bandaging yourself up and resting, make sure you keep a good lookout and you don't see anything on this strange island.
I think I've gone blind.
You temporarily die.
Oh, my weakness.
Okay, what do you guys do now?
So, Bryn, do you think there's people in that abbey?
Most definitely, those 11 souls are in that direction. Their demeanors have not changed. Some could be in trouble, some could be hostile. Has yet to be seen.
We should approach with caution.
As we always do, barrel in with caution.
Barrel in with caution. Should we try to approach stealthily in some way?
I think it behooves us to do that. And I disappear.
Okay, let me just have 1 second. Prepare something, possibly. Okay, so if you guys are going to approach the Abbey ruins stealthily, I'd like you to make stealth rolls.
go. Stealth ninja.
Okay. Okay, as you approach the rubble of this abbey, which you can see are great stones, great squares of stones that are kind of crumbled around. Um, who's leading the way?
I'll lead the way.
Make a perception check, please. Alright,
Ooh, 7.
you see.
Told you it was going to be the one that mattered.
As you approach, you see, or rather, you can hear a group of. You hear a few voices coming from the area of one of the great stone squares, and you hear him say, "You saw them camping down south. They should be here soon. Be ready."
Camping? They can't be talking about us.
We took a short rest, so maybe.
Oh, yes. My friends, I believe, were potentially heading into a trap.
Trap
Can
the
I
trappers.
see any? So I just hear these characters. Can I see where they are, what they're doing?
They're hidden behind a stone square, but you have a rough idea of where they are. They're about 50 feet away from you.
Is there a way to go around?
The area is kind of scattered with these stones, so you can certainly go around. But you risk them seeing you.
I suppose I will risk it.
Okay, so what are you and everyone else doing?
So you're right now. You're listening to these guys. We're kind of like hanging back a little bit. We're all stealthing, but you're like kind of up close investigating.
Yeah, I kind of signaled like, "Hey, there's someone up here," and they don't sound nice.
Okay, so I guess we don't really know. You're a little bit up from us. We can see your signals maybe, but what are you signaling to us?
Danger. Danger.
All right.
Strongback. Danger.
We're watching out for danger.
Okay. What happens next?
I'm trying to get around to see who these characters are.
Okay, so they're roughly 50 feet away. How close are you going to get?
Well, I'm trying to like what kind of background are we in here? Is there some trees that I'm like able to hide behind, or
there's no trees. There's basically no vegetation on the rocky island, except for like tufts of grass. So you guys are approaching you're approaching the ruins, which is kind of got huge squares of stone, fallen pillars. You haven't been able to get into the ruins yet to take a really close look. but you see there's plenty of obstacles to hide behind that you've heard these voices come from. So you can kind of you can pivot around them and try and come at them from a different angle, and you can go like left or right in this case, but you're just going to have to roll another stealth check depending on how close or how far away you get.
And it's the middle of the daytime right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about, after trekking through the Skull Dunes, it's probably midday.
And there's not like this is just flat ground? There's not like a dune I can kind of like creep up on and peer over?
No, you guys are past the dunes. We're still on that on the map because this part doesn't have a map, but it's now like pretty flat, rocky ground.
Okay. And how tall is the pillar? The stone rock?
Square, it's probably like it's like 7 feet tall. It's tall enough to hide a person.
Okay.
There are different sizes, but that's the one that they're hiding behind is a bigger one.
All right. I'm gonna try and, I guess, stay low to the ground and do my best to hide in plain sight. And get a look at the characters behind this stone by going around to the left-hand side. Still maintaining about 50 feet away, or whatever I was before.
Okay, make a stealth roll rather. Big old 12. As you you're staying about 50 feet away. How far away from the group are you moving? Like,
I would say probably you guys are probably like 30 to 50 feet behind me. Not that far away.
Okay, we'll call that 40 feet. So you start crouching low to the ground, start scampering, and trying to hide behind these large stone blocks as you try and get a better view on these voices that you heard. And as you find cover behind one stone block and peek out, you can see that there are 3 people, one of which is a huge man carrying a large spear. Another one seems to be wearing somewhat dirty and tattered blue cloaks, and the other one is wearing leather armor of sorts. You can make a religion check for me, please. So you notice that the blue cloak has faded on it a symbol of blue lightning held in a fist, and recognize it as a symbol of Carmyle, the human god. But as you poke out, you make direct eye contact with the person in the blue robe, who points to you and says, "I see one! There!" And now we shall roll for initiative.
Ooh.
So let's move you guys back.
The Carmiles! Well, there's 3 guys there now.
Just for a moment, guys. Perfect. Perfect. Where would I want to go first? Alright. Alright. Brynn, you're up.
Hi-oh. I signal to my friends, we're in for a battle, and I draw my bow and loose an arrow at the closest target. This Groot-looking fellow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
26
Ooh, 26 hits.
for 11 piercing damage.
Your arrow catches him in the throat. And he dies.
Oh! Out in the throat. I suppose I can't see the second one there. They're probably behind the rock.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't.
Okay. Can I move though?
You can probably take an attack at disadvantage if you can't see him.
You mean just a regular attack? 'Cause if I have advantage,
Yeah, probably.
we kind of cancel out.
Yeah, as long as there's nothing in that ability that says something with seeing it, then yeah, go ahead.
And would you say that he's within the 5-foot range?
He is within 5 feet range.
All right. Well, I'm hit reckless ability and doing a regular attack. Normal bow strike. 18.
Ooh, okay. And 18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
11 piercing damage.
Okay. You're not really able to see how this creature reacts. You arc your arrow up and over this stone block.
Ooh, indirect fire with them. Now a piece of artillery.
Alright.
Roll on the ordnance chart.
I believe that's for you, Brynn, right? You're up?
Yep, so can I use my second attack to attack the same guy?
Yes, you can.
Then I do that. Bam. Bam. 26
Oh,
for another 10 piercing damage.
Oh, man.
that's crazy.
These are good rolls.
Amazing rolls. So much damage.
Okay. So now, are you going to move at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna back up a little bit behind the stone wall. I think I got one! Maybe two!
Alright. 5, 6. This man in leather armor comes rushing towards you, trying to catch you. I'll kill you for that! And that's a whiff. Pretty hard whiff. You see him slash his scimitar at you wildly. Doesn't even come close to hitting you. Eikooc, you're up.
You've walked right into my firing zone.
I don't know if you need another fireball here.
Come on. So what does this guy look like? Just
He's wearing leather armor. He's got a scimitar. He doesn't look like he's wearing anything very fancy. Looks slightly emaciated.
well, no, don't make me feel bad.
Big puppy dog eyes.
Please don't hurt me. All right, I am going
Cast
to
Wish.
cast Wish. That's right. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on this guy. Send 3 Scorching Rays his way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage on the first one.
So this is to hit 14.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 6 fire damage.
Ooh, he cries out in pain as the first ray hits him square in the chest. Go ahead with your second attack.
That's a miss.
A 9 is definitely a miss, yeah.
An 11.
An
That's
11,
not
he
great.
dodges out of the way of your third ray.
Big ol' 6 damage. I'm going to then just kind of back up behind Kelnozz. Kelnozz, protect me.
Okay. So... Alright, so you hear a primal yell, and this brutish, muscle-bound man with a spear comes charging around the corner and ends its turn right in front of you, Brynn.
Oh,
Now it's Brightwing's turn.
Okay, you guys see me whisper something into my staff. And it glows
Leo.
with energy. And with a bonus action. And then I move 5, 10, 15 up to this guy. And I swing at him with my freshly ensorcelled quarterstaff. Oh,
Sorcel.
Whiff.
You miss. Your staff, your new shillelagh, swings wildly.
Oh no! In fear, I back off. I went 5, 10, 15. So I'll go 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Help me! Protect me, Eikooc and Kelnozz!
It's okay, darling. You tried your best. Leave this to the big man.
Alright. After that, it is Brynn's turn.
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to convert my bow to a quarterstaff. and lay a beat down on the guy that I hit with a couple arrows. See if I can whittle him down a little.
Okay.
Oof.
Your quarterstaff
However,
is
I was
batted away
feeling
easily.
lucky
Oh yes.
and swing again for 14.
Your quarterstaff is batted away by his shield.
Oh no!
Time for your holy shit moment.
Oh yes. Excellent reminder. Holy shit, extra attack. Oh. Certainly doesn't hit.
It certainly doesn't. And he shouts at you and says, "You'll regret coming here." Now it is this guy's turn. He's gonna take a swing at you with his scimitar, and he's got advantage now because he's flanking you. Oh. Take 8 slashing damage. And that's it for his turn. So after that is Eikooc. That was you taking 8 damage, Ryan.
Oh. I resist it due to not listening.
You take double damage, you say?
Oh, damn.
All right. My turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna move over here, and lightning bolts crackle in my eyes this time as I line up a shot, and sparing Brynn through spell shaping, I cast lightning bolt. Wow, that gave you a whole lot of information and not a whole lot of it.
Alright, this guy just dies.
So I guess I'll
That guy
just,
seems to be super deadly.
I'm just gonna click fireball here because it does 8d6 as well, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just gonna click that so it rolls the damage properly.
Okay, he takes 14 lightning damage. As he passes a successful saving throw. He manages to jump out of the way of the arc of lightning, but a fork of electricity still manages to lance out and zap him.
And it just kind of like split and went around Brynn.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Alright, now it's this guy's turn. He's no longer having to run for his entire turn.
Yuck, this is terrifying! Fire and lightning and bears! Oh my!
Alright. The brute lashes out with his shield. You take 9 bludgeoning damage. Make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw?
Alright, you manage to stay on your feet.
Lucky.
Stabs out with his spears. Oh,
Whoa. Dead.
oh my
This is what
god.
happens when Theron's not around. Ryan's the tank.
I am not meant to be a tank. Just you guys
Ryan,
never moved.
Take 22 piercing damage.
Ah.
Oh
And he's
my
attacking
god.
again.
Oh my god.
He misses with his third attack. Okay, now it is Brightwing's turn.
Whew, okay. Well, I'm going to run up.
Are you still alive, Ryan?
Yeah,
22 hit and you're still alive? Oh, man.
yeah. I healed up right before that battle. So I've taken like 30 damage. I only have 16 left.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm a squishy mage. I'm not used to having that much health.
Well, and you compare my health to what Theron had, and it's like...
It's not that different in terms of just health. It's the AC that he had on you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna come behind Brynn and offer him a kind word of healing. And you know what? I might cast it at a slightly higher level than normal.
Ooh.
This is level 1. 1d4. Oh, it doesn't do that much. Well, I'll try it. So I'll do it as a level 2 spell. And of course, I'm talking about Healing Word. You gain 7 healing.
+3.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, +3 for... Is it doing
Higher
that
level,
already?
the higher level cast is separate right there at the top. See,
Oh, so 10 in total.
that's right.
Sweet.
Let's see it. Wait, hold on. Is it adding my stuff to it as well? Just gotta make sure. Because I thought it said that it should... It's equal to 1d4 plus 4, basically.
Plus your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, it's 4. Oh, I see. So it's 3 for the die, and then 1d4, and then plus 4 wisdom. Yeah, it's all there. So you get 10.
Aw, yeah.
Brightwing speaks a word to nature, and Brynn glows with golden light for a moment. With anything for your main action, Brightwing?
Maybe I'll just hide here behind Brynn.
You're not going to take an
Be
action?
safe!
That's a
Well,
bonus.
isn't that an action?
No, healing with the bonus action.
Oh, shit. Well, that's why it's
Amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case,
And it's ranged. That's another reason it's good.
I will... Oh, wait, no. No, just a main action? Okay, yeah, so I can move here and swing at this guy then,
Yeah.
too.
You basically you can't cast another level 1 or higher spell, but other than that, you can.
Oh, so it just can't be 2 spells a turn.
Yeah, unless one's a cantrip.
Cool. Okay. I will ensorcel staff smack this guy.
Okay, 23 hits.
Sweet. He takes 12 bashing damage. Bashing damage is a lot like smacking damage.
I described
Actually-
it differently.
This one is actually magical if that matters, since I've ensorcelled it, but probably doesn't matter.
You never know. Okay. If that's it, then it is back up to Brynn's turn.
And I take a wild swing with my quarterstaff, emboldened by the healing words of Brightwing. 19.
Alright, roll damage.
Ooh.
Ooh, 3 bludgeoning damage.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That'll teach him.
You managed to give him a light tap.
Very
Very well placed, light tap.
second attack to swing at him again. Nice, 24.
All right, go ahead.
And sadly, the streak continues, and I did 7 damage with my two-handed attack, which is, again, less than the d6. I should really do the d6 going forward, because it's d6 +1 +1 versus the d8 is d8 +1. So the d6 at least guarantees a 3.
Why does the D8 not have the same plus?
I don't know.
It sounds like you just got it set up wrong. It should be plus. It should be +1 from your strength, and then +1 from the magic. Of the
Oh,
staff.
well then he takes 8 damage, and those are the same roll.
Yeah, unless it's versatile, then you can use your wisdom, or not your wisdom, but your dex. But I'm not 100% sure it is.
I feel like it is versatile. I thought that's what made it 1 or 2-handed, though.
Oh yeah, I meant finesse actually. Yeah.
You meant what?
Finesse. It is
Finesse.
versatile.
No, I didn't
You're right.
do that.
Versatile
I
is the
think
1 or
it's
2-handed
versatile.
thing. Finesse
Okay.
is what I was thinking of with using your dex. Okay, so
Okay, so let me add an extra +1 here.
all right, but I think we're safe to go Eikooc now.
Okay.
It should.
I'm going to cast a Chaos Bolt at this guy. $20. I did 20 hits.
Yeah, okay. That's
All right, yeah, 20 hits. Go ahead.
So 13. What is this? So it's 6 and 4. So what does it say? The number roll determines the attack type. That's D8. If you roll the same number on both D8s. Oh, I get to choose which one. So 6 or 4. So it either does force or poison. Let's do poison.
All right. This warbling bolt of energy starts off as pale blue light as you cast it, before twisting and morphing into a green blob, barely misses Brynn, and lands on the brute, causing him to cry out as it sizzles on his skin. He is enraged at this and lashes out at Brightwing with his shield.
Oh god.
14 hit?
17's the AC.
Ooh.
Ooh, your AC's higher than mine.
I
You
have.
should be leading this charge.
Are you serious? Yeah, I have unarmored defense.
Alright.
Oh man.
He
Yeah.
lashes his shield out at Brynn. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 terrible rolls. Alright. It's Brightwing's turn.
Okie dokie. I am going to lash out at this guy with my ensorcelled quarterstaff.
Alright, 21 hits.
8 damage. And I will also follow that up with unarmed
Jesus
monk strike.
Alright.
Take my smacking and bashing damage.
This warrior is looking ragged and breathing heavily, and his attacks are coming with more ferocity, but he seems to be letting his guard down, and your quarterstaff and fist manage to find
That
spots in
certainly
his
doesn't help
defenses.
with self-esteem. God damn.
You're up, Brynn?
My belt just exploded. Literally, the buckle broke into 2 pieces. Just sitting here. God damn.
Your comment was amazing. Oh, that's not going to help with self-esteem.
Well, guess we're going beltless from now on. I take a wild swing with my quarterstaff. And an 18.
In 18, his shield is raises up and stops your quarterstaff from finding purchase.
Ah!
18. Oh my
Ooh.
god.
We found
That was
his
pretty
AC.
lucky.
I take my second attack and try again. But this time I'm feeling particularly lucky. Nope. Nope. Just found out my belt broke while I was swinging.
He manages to dodge away from your second attack. Alright, now it is Eok's turn.
Did he take his turn? No,
He goes after
he's
you.
not. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm going to cast. Should I put him to sleep? We'll tie him up.
It's the classic.
It is the classic. We can learn something. I think it might be the best way to learn what's going on. Why are they here? I'm going to put him to sleep.
Your host never ends well.
He does not fall asleep.
Ooh. Wasted
Gotcha.
sleep.
You've wasted your turn.
I was so confident. Yeah, that was it. Have
You
not
don't have
taken
like a
my
bonus
initiative.
action? You can't like throw shade or something?
I throw shade, but not magically.
The brute here is going to, in a fit of desperation, lash out at Brynn again. Take 9 bludgeoning damage and make a strength saving throw.
Oh.
You fall prone as the shield smashes into your chest.
Ugh. So strong.
Take 11 piercing damage as his spear stabs down at you on the ground.
Ooh.
Take another 11 damage.
I fall unconscious.
Oh no!
I don't get negative health, right?
No, you're just
0?
you're just at 0 now. The warrior laughs in between ragged breaths and turns, holding his shield up in front of Brightwing. You're up, right? You're up, Scott.
You just saw this acquaintance you've made smashed to the ground with a shield and then speared twice while prone. Pretty graphic sight.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast Healing Word as a bonus action in order to allow you to recover somewhat.
That's going to be really helpful.
And then I'm going to... Whoops.
Do Do I just like stabilize or do I stand back up?
You don't exactly stand back up, but you get 6 hit points. You're still
Okay.
prone.
And I wail on this guy in vengeance for my fallen friend. Don't hurt my friend!
Alright, well 22 hits.
There you go. 9
Alright.
magical bashing.
Excellent.
Now, Brynn, it is your turn. You can use half your movement to stand up.
I use half my movement to stand up. And I swing wildly. Actually, let me see if I got something else up my sleeve here. Not really. Nope, swinging wildly. You'll not strike me down.
20
20.
hits.
9 damage. I
Alright.
use my second attack. I assume he's still alive.
He is still alive.
19.
A 19. Ah, you hit.
Yeah. For 5 more damage.
Alright. Eikooc, you're up. This brute is swaying unsteadily.
Should I sleep him again? I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Your firebolt flies off wildly.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Alright. On his turn, he is going to lash a spear out at Brynn. I thought I killed you!
Ah!
Take 11 piercing damage.
It appears you have. I fall back to the ground.
He turns
Ah!
to Brightwing and smashes out with the shield. Ugh, not good enough. And attempts to follow through with his spear. He just fails. Okay, you're up, Brightwing.
Well, I guess I'll do that again. Just seems to be a good way to keep us in the game. 7 health for you, and an attack for me.
Oh, I feel so beat up.
You're not done yet, Brynn!
Oh.
Nice.
There you go. 13 damage.
Your
Damage.
shillelagh quarterstaff smashes him in the face, and he looks cross-eyed for a second before falling over. Dead.
Ha! I saved you, Brynn! Just like I saved Kelnozz!
I have such a headache.
Seems
I
you've
feel like I've
proven yourself.
died twice.
Well, you could have died one more time. Then there'd be problems.
How does that work? If you fall down dead 3 times, does it start to?
No.
I don't think so.
No, you could just like unlimited. He could just keep standing me up, and I could keep getting beat
Well,
down.
he doesn't have unlimited healing words.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
I eventually get tired of keeping hauling your ass up. Let's see if they... Or, Kelnozz, don't you want to loot their corpses right away? As you do?
Have some respect for the dead, Brightwing. don't take that stuff so loosely around here. You'll learn that.
Oh, you're so honorable.
Are you guys gonna take a
Oh,
look
we
at
gotta
the
loot the
corpses?
corpses.
Oh yeah.
We should-
gotta loot the
We
corpses.
should. Yeah, we should
I didn't
search
die
them.
twice for no loot. I haven't gotten any loot in terms of cash in ever. I'm still penniless. The captain keeps it for himself, which I have nothing against. Captain has his rights.
Okay,
I'll
you
go.
guys.
I'll go check out this guy up here.
Okay, everyone can make investigation checks, please.
24.
24. Okay, so Eikooc, you find a holy symbol tucked underneath the robes of that acolyte. This has it's a pretty plain iron one, but there are sapphires embedded into it, and the symbol is blue lightning held in a fist, which matches the emblem on his robe. You find on him a kind of like simple club that he's made out of a thick piece of wood. And other than his robes and the holy symbol, which you guess the sapphire is probably worth about 50 gold pieces, you don't find anything. On the leather armored man, you find the leather armor as well as a scimitar. He has 3 gold pieces on him. And on the large guy, he has a set of studded leather that looks like it's been kept in better condition than the armor of the leather armor guy. He's got a wooden shield, and he's got a sturdy spear. And you find 15 gold pieces on him.
Who's taking the 15 gold?
Well, the captain usually holds the gold.
Oh, deal.
What was on the tough guy? The spear. He had a fancy spear.
It's just a sturdy spear.
A sturdy spear.
But he had some better than average studded leather.
Oh,
It only by comparison to the other armor. It doesn't look extra fancy.
Okay.
how fancy does it look?
It
Just
looks like
total-
it's been maintained, as opposed to some of the other stuff, which looks like has not been maintained in the last few weeks.
Does it look stronger than what I'm currently wearing?
If you're wearing studded leather, then no, it doesn't.
Ha! This studded leather hasn't been well maintained, not like mine, with all the blood and gore all over it from... I don't even really know what just happened. Blacked out a couple of times and a bunch of bodies.
Gotta have blood and gore.
Okay. So what do you guys do now?
I propose we rest. Lick our wounds. Or lick my own wounds.
Can we take a short rest here?
Perhaps. I would see nothing wrong with that.
just a few minutes.
Are you guys resting in the rubble area?
We might marshal the courage. Give chase to the sky. It is rocky here. Crickets. Yes, we're sitting here, and I'm short resting.
Okay, so as you guys rest in the rubble area, you see that all that remains of the abbey is a great square of stones filled with burned and blackened rubbles. As you approach the sooty stones, it is obvious someone has been sorting through the debris. Assorted oddments are piled inside the sort square of the foundation stones. Ruined cooking utensils, crushed pots and pans, mangled kettles, and less identifiable metal objects lie in one pile. Broken crockery, platters, plates, porcelain, and pottery are heaped in another. A great deal of wood has been sorted into one large mound of badly burned scraps. In the center of the ruins is an opening, and as you move nearer, you see a stone staircase leading down into the darkness.
Ooh.
Hmm.
And I think that is where we will call it a night.